Good evening, Blues. Well, what's happened to the screen there, the Robster?
It's weird, isn't it? It's like I'm the main man and you're just like my
There
servant.
we go. There we go. Good evening, Blues. I'm here with my friend Robbie. Hard fought 1-1 for the Blues. Thought it was going to be another points in the bag there, Robbie, but I think we said before the game we'd take a draw. How's your
Yeah,
feelings, mate?
yeah. Before the game, realistically, we'd go, yeah, do you know what? We would take a draw, although we were willing another 3 points, weren't we? We knew that they'd have a lot of possession. I didn't think they'd have as much possession. I think, I like my little stats. I thought we'd have about 35% possession. If you're in the stadium on that one, I wonder how you'd feel because at half time we'd had 16% possession, and in the second half, at the end of the 95 minutes, it was only 20%. So it was kind of like the Alamo at times, and I'm saying to myself, just blow the whistle with you because I can see this being 2-1. That's a slight negative. On a positive note, Wes, I think a couple of weeks back we'd have been turned over there. So I see progress again. We haven't gone up the table. We started at 15th. We've stayed on 15th. We'd have moved up to 12th if we'd have got 3 points. But when you're given a top team like that much possession to say, come at us, come at us, come at us, they're clearly going to get some chances. And it was a bit wishy-washy what happened. They just, for the one time in a game, they didn't double up on Mitoma, who's absolute quality. And there you go. You paid the price for playing top-class opposition. Because, in all fairness, I do see Brighton as top-class opposition. So I'm a bit gutted,
100%.
Wes, a bit gutted. However, we've got some regard at the game, so I'm going with it. Yeah, I'll still watch Match of the Day tonight.
Like you say, you know, 6 weeks ago, we'd have lost that game, Robbie. 100% we'd have lost that game. And, um, you know, Young's going to get the flack for the goal, but I don't think ultimately it was down to him. It was just unfortunate. Harrison was tracking back with, or meant to be tracking back with Young, and they were meant to be doubling up, but both of them were out of position, and Harrison ended up getting done. And then, Matoma come inside, and then the ball obviously flicked off Young's thigh over the goalie. So, that's just an unfortunate goal that couldn't be out. Up until then, I felt we were quite comfortable in dealing with them. They had a few half chances, and obviously the one that was ruled out for offside. But I thought, like, Everton soaked it up, and a few weeks ago they capitulated under that pressure, but now they look a lot more confident, a lot more, sturdy and solid.
Yeah, agree. Wes, when we play, because we clearly played the counter-attack game to have them off. I just thought, and this is me, the armchair supporter, and we're all entitled to our opinion, aren't we? I just thought, on occasions, that the final ball was kind of not as good as it could have been, so it was a bit shoddy, a bit shoddy.
Yeah,
What about the VAR? What did you think of the VAR, mate? What did you think of
the offside?
We normally despise that, don't we? Because we could have been had off today. It could have been a 2-1 away win, couldn't it?
It was a tight one, wasn't it? It was very tight. But you know what? It's gone in our favour. I'm not going to moan about it. Like I said, VAR isn't the problem. VAR is a good thing for what it does. It's the people that are using it who are incompetent. You know what I mean? It's like your watch tells the time. If you buy a Rolex, be spot on for time. If you buy a Casio, you could be running a few minutes slow or a few minutes fast. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've got an Amazon watch, so.
Well, whatever. An iPhone one's even better, isn't it? Because it's all done by bloody GPS or something, isn't it?
Yeah. What did you make of the referee today, mate?
I thought he had a good game. I think he was pretty fair, I thought, all round. I think there was a couple of contentious decisions. I think it was the Dwight McNeil penalty shout. For me, it weren't a penalty. He's gone down in the box, but I think it was a Veltman. I think the development got pushed into him, which made him fall over. So for me, it wasn't a penalty.
Yeah, that was his first Everton game. That he's newly promoted from the Championship. So as far as referees go, because we've had some crackers, we've had some whoppers, haven't we? I thought, yeah, all right, fair crack. And the VAR, I know people go, well, it works out at the end of the season. It kind of doesn't in our favour, but that was one where I was like twitching, going, oh my God, which way is this going? So thankfully it went in our favour. So I was a little bit disappointed with the 1-1, but do you know what? For me to be disappointed, that shows you how far we've come in recent times with doing a lot more positive than what we were at the start of the season. To be disappointed with a 1-1 against Brighton, it just shows you, doesn't it? Because
do you know what it is though, Robbie? It's another game unbeaten. Do you know what I mean? It extends the unbeaten run, and that's the way you got to look at it. We've been unfortunate against the top team, but we haven't lost a game, and we've extended the unbeaten run. And we're only, I think looking at the table, I think we were only, win our next game, we could be up to like somewhere like 7th. Bear in mind other teams have got to lose. But
yeah, so we're away to Palace next week, are we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's another winnable game away from home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's a lot to look forward to, I think.
So something that we spoke about briefly after the West Ham game, and we've spoke about on most of our streams, substitutes. What's your thoughts on the subs today?
You know what, mate? I think it was the Burnley game, was it? No, it wasn't the Burnley game. It was the West Ham game.
West
I
Ham.
got absolutely destroyed in the comments, and also Ryan said I was being negative because I moaned at the lack of subs, right? But today again, 85th minute, you're like, there's players out on the feet on the pitch, and you want them to go forward. You can't have it both ways. It's like if you win and you don't make no subs, everyone's made up. But if you lose or you draw and he's made subs, everyone's moaning about it. So why can't somebody moan about the lack of subs when we win?
Yeah. I mean, do you think that there should have been a change today at some point? Because they brought, around about the 68th minute, give or take, they went for it, didn't they? Far more attacking, changed the tactics from possession. Do you think we could have made a counter-offensive on that one and changed our tactics?
Yeah, I mean, there's the signs of a good manager is how he reacts to the other team's substitutions. Now, for me personally, I don't know what other people think out there, or you think, Robbie, is the sub that should have been made, instead of bringing Young off, he should have brought Harrison off, doubled up with bringing Patterson on, and kept it, Young on the pitch and Patterson as his backup. We at 1-0.
There you go. Come on, you Blues, yeah. I mean, we are the armchair fans, aren't we? Analysing things before the game.
We probably see it we probably see it from a better angle, Robbie, sitting at home watching it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like I said, for me, the sub should have been Harrison off because he's not fully fit yet, and he's been given 90 minutes every game he plays. And he's going to get better. But to me, at 1-0, you drag Harrison off, you bring Patterson on, and then you shore it up. Do you know what I mean? Double up on Matoma, and that goal might never have come.
I know, in all fairness, I thought we coped with Matoma really, really well up until that one. I thought they were doing a good job on him because they clearly knew they had to double up on him. That was the one occasion that I can recall where he had Harrison off because he's just like a live wire, isn't he? And it was just unfortunate. It was just unfortunate, but you know, we analysed the game, don't we, and go, we should have done this, that could have happened, and whatever. I'm sure, you know, when Sean Dyche looks at it, he probably could have gone, maybe I could have done that, whatever. But we've got a point. It's another point towards staying in the Premiership, because we've got to stay in the Premiership, haven't we?
Yeah, I think we're going to be fine, to be honest. We just need to stop giving teams too much possession. You know, it's happened every game, hasn't it? Like I say, in the pre-match, we said that we give Burnley the lion's share of the possession. You know, we've got to stop it.
Yeah, I don't think we've give anyone that much possession. I can't recall. I can't recall a game where we were literally just. We have the
Angela Merkel,
the ex-chancellor of Germany, who's looking to join us at some point. Clearly an Everton fan. Angela.
How's things, Angela? How's your retirement? Not having any.
Maybe slight technical hitch over in Germany for that one. She phoned us up earlier and said, can I come on the stream? So we'll come back to Angela a little bit later in the programme. That's what they normally say on the television.
I think she's watching the Bundesliga.
So how do you think Idris got on in place of Onana today?
As I say, as I said before the game kicked off, he's not a bad replacement to have. Obviously, the height thing is you know, that's the only difference really. And Onan is more physical and his long legs and stuff. But you wouldn't have, you know, it's not a bad replacement to have for Onana.
Yeah.
I don't know, he made a great tackle near the end of the second half. About 10-15 minutes before the half ended, and made a great tackle, thought. But here's what it is, isn't it?
So, you know, you were saying about take Harrison off, put Patterson on and double up on the toe man. What are the changes, apart from the normal Beto coming on for DCL in the last segment of the game? Was there anyone else on the bench there that could have been a game changer?
Maybe took McNeil off, because I think he faded, because he was up and down, because like that team must be so fit to come under that much pressure without the ball for that length of time. They must be so fit. But McNeil, he's another one who drifted out of the game, and I thought, get Dan Juma on, fresh legs, have a go. But he didn't.
So are we thinking that because of the game only on Wednesday, that potentially that would have done the legs in the last 10 or 15 minutes?
Yeah. As I say, the lack of subs, I think, we're like, you know, 15, 20 minutes to go, you bring on fresh legs. Could have won us that game. But he doesn't seem to like making subs. I don't like it's baffling for me.
Is Ryan the subs man? Yeah, that's what we're discussing now, right? We're actually saying who would we have brought on and who would we have taken off to try and change that game? Who were the game changers there on the subs bench? Interesting. Yeah. Fresh legs. Xavi, yeah, unfortunately, he doesn't have to make them that often, does he? Whereas we clearly do.
But when he does make subs, he's got world-class players to bring on. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? That's the difference.
In every position.
But in every position, yeah. But like I say, you know, like Ryan just, you know, echoed what I said. I thought Dan Juma could have come on for McNeil. like Beto, bringing Beto on for 5 minutes. What's that going to actually achieve? It doesn't. It's like the manager's saying to him, "I don't trust you. I'm giving me main striker, 85 minutes or 88 minutes, and I'm going to bring you on for the last couple of minutes." What impact can he have in the game?
Wes, do you know when we did have our counter attacks, and we mentioned before about possible making their own choices in the final third and the pass and whatever? Do you think DCL was unlucky today with a couple of his? I mean, obviously that Lewis Dunk is a mountain, isn't he? He's
Yeah.
I mean, he's playing for England now as well, isn't he, Dunk?
Yeah. 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 I think DCL put himself about, but the final ball into him was poor today. I thought. I thought we'd turned the corner with the passing and that, and it seemed to be off again today.
Yeah.
I mean, every time we got the ball, we'd gift it back straight to them.
Yeah. Yeah. Who was your man of the match then? This is an interesting one because we spoke about.
Yes, my mate.
Players.
My nephew.
Hi, Liam.
Man of the match. You know what? I think it's got to go to, for me, Tarkowski. I thought Tarkowski was brilliant today. I think he snuffed out everything. So
yeah, tell us your thoughts. Our wonderful people out there who follow us religiously, pre-match, post-match, and whenever things happen with owners and players leaving and the death of chairman and whatever. You're all over supporters, so we're eternally grateful for that. Currently got about 2,600 followers on our stream, so we're looking to expand that at any time we can. Yeah, tell us your thoughts. Who are you thinking was your man of the match? I'm going to go for Michaelenko today, purely because I just see someone who we thought might have been underwhelming going back not so long ago, who seems to have stepped up to the mark, didn't really put a foot wrong today, and obviously scored the goal. So I like to give him a little bit of slack, Michaelenko, because of what's going on in his life. So that's who I'm going for. Taki is just Taki. Branthwaite, I thought he just does the simple things and does the simple things well, and he's just, you think, he doesn't have to go steaming in, does he? Kind of for the young lad, reads the game like wonderfully well. So yeah, Michaelenko for me. Xavi's gone. Ashley Young, man of the match.
Yeah, I think Xavi's another fan. He's not a blue.
Do you know that for fact, or is that?
I think well, if someone's given Ashley Young man the match for his goal, can't be a blue, can he?
Yeah, no, he might be taking a Mickey. Xavi, are you definitely a blue? Yeah. There's Chris, who is one of our loyal guys, picked for an 8. Okay, Tai's gonna. Yeah, okay, 8. So he's going with you, mate, to Taki.
Oh, Becky's given us a bit of grief there because they're not having a good breakdown of the game. What do you think, Rob?
No, we're not moaning, Becky. We're just literally. We analyse things, so we'll talk about subs. We've spoke about the game. We speak about possession. We spoke about the players being tired after some of them being injured and playing 90 minutes against Burnley or whatever. So it's all part of the stream, Becky. So it's not like we're sitting here going, he's crap. We always try and analyse it. And see, normally some people would go, well, you know what, I'm going to swerve Becky's comments because it's kind of like not positive. But that's not what we do, is it? You're all entitled to your opinion. Becky, nice to see you on and following us, my friend. So that's like, yeah, great.
Xavi said he is a blue. You give Ashley Young man the match.
Yeah, okay, mate. That's
you. Oh, here's one for you, Rob. Here's one for you. Neil Maupay scored for Brentford today.
That's right. First in 35.
Prolific goal scorer he is.
Yeah, first in 35. Good luck to him. Nice fella. But there you go. So yeah, the Blues staying 50th
John Jones
position.
there. John Jones there saying fortunate to get a point. I kind of disagree with that. I wouldn't say we were fortunate. They had a lot of possession, but huffed and puffed creating chances. I think we snuffed out a lot of their chances, and we didn't. I think there was at one point a stat come up that we'd had 6 attempts on target, and they'd only had 5. So, considering we didn't have a lot of the ball to have 6 attempts on target, it's not a bad effort, is it?
Yeah. And here's the ultimate compliment. Becky, we love you as well. We love everyone out there. We were only talking about love before the game, weren't we, Wes, when we were saying these players, they need to be loved and nurtured and told how wonderful they are. Carried a suitcase when they're going to away games and pamper them. Because that's the way it is. They're not like your Peter Leeds anymore, are they?
No. Apparently she likes older men. I don't know what.
Yeah.
How old are we talking here? Older men. I'm only 17.
Yeah, I just had a couple of paper rounds.
Oh, I had square wheels on my bike. It was all uphill.
Oh, we go, Peter. I tell you, Peter, hope you're well, mate. I hope you are well, sincerely.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah, you seem a bit more chatty today, Peter. I hope you're all right, mate.
Look, you clearly didn't rate Harrison and Decore and DCL today, but I tell you what, Peter, in all fairness, he says it as it is. So it's like, and Xavi thinks that's funny. Yeah.
I don't know what I don't know how he's give Pickford an 8 when he didn't actually do anything.
He made a good save from the free kick, didn't he? It was going in the top.
Yeah, it was but it was like kind of a telly save. I thought. I think that he should be saving that.
But we're not questioning Peter, are we?
No, Peter's entitled to what he wants to say on me. You know what I mean?
Peter's one of the diehards.
Yeah, we love Peter.
Yeah.
What about anybody else? Anybody else got any player ratings? That's not Decore on a 1.
Yeah. Taki is Wes's man of the match, and Michaelenko is mine. Purely based on his goal and the fact that he's doing the biz. He's trying hard. We seem to have bought a player that was, and I
think what it sort of shows though is that like pretty much everybody's given either man of the match to a defender, or all the defenders are getting high scores, which kind of shows you how the game went.
Yeah. I mean, Taki and Brantwaite are getting an 8.5 and an 8 there. Pickford 7.5, Michaelenko 7.5, and a young 7.5. I mean, Wes, our defence, correct me if I'm wrong, mate, has clearly done some serious homework behind the scenes, because they do seem a lot more solid.
Yeah, they are definitely more solid, but what they won't be able to do going forward is be gifting like the top teams, like the Arsenals, the Man Cities, the Liverpools. They can't be giving them teams that amount of possession, because they'll just tear through you.
On that subject, mate, on the goal that was disallowed, I mean, and they let Dunk, who's a colossus, isn't he? I'm not being overcritical here, but they got away with one there, where obviously it was disallowed, great, but we're just talking about tactics, aren't we? The fact that he's one of the main men at every set piece, he's always up there, and he kind of had a free shot, didn't he?
Yeah, like I think they said it on the game that I think it was Ozzy that turned out and said like Tarkowski's gone too early at the free kick. If he'd held his line, it wouldn't have been as tight as that. If he just pause for like half a second longer, it wouldn't have been as tight as that. But it's immaterial now because it was offside. You can say it was you know, a great sort of defensive strategy. Personally, myself, I'd like to see Everton have more of the ball and not keep gifting this amount of possession to players, because you know, there'll be a time where we get absolutely tonked because we're allowing teams the ball all the time.
Yeah, I totally agree. But it's just with talking about tactics and trying to get things right. I'm sure they're going to look at that in the dressing room. Well, next week at Finch Farm and go, yeah, all right, for next time, because it's a learning curve, and they're all playing. They've all upped the game, and
yeah, they seem now, Rob, to be actually playing for each other and playing for the manager, where it was all like a bit haphazard and that in the past, and under Lampard it was all sideways and backwards, and that was a possession-based game, which we didn't have the players to do. But Dice is obviously, you know, he's seen we haven't got the best quality players, but like I said, it's a dangerous game when you're allowing teams that much ball.
Yeah. Thanks for all your comments, by the way. Rather than just go for a block and go, let's go in the comments. Wes and I, we try and put them up at the time when we're kind of talking about maybe that particular subject, be it defence, midfield, attack, the goal, the disallowed goal, or the referee, or VAR, whatever. So it's we do get bombarded with, I say bombarded in a nice way, with all the comments, and you're trying to talk and look at the camera and concentrate on what you're saying, but you can see all the comments coming up on the side. Which, to be honest with you, I thought they might have been a little bit more negative today, because I think people might have been peed off that obviously, you know, we've let slip and only got a point. But I think on the whole, Wes, I think people are being realistic about it all and going, yeah, do you know what? Based on the comments here, and time's a bit of a healer. It's like, what, 40 minutes after the final whistle now, and you go, yeah, all right, you know what, I'll take that.
Yeah, like you, we said it in the pre-match, Robbie, that the fans in the ground now, they're expecting a game where Everton don't see a lot of the ball. Do you know what I mean? Like, there was times where they were playing through the lines, Brighton, and every time they'd have a spare man behind our midfield, and they just play a ball right through. You know what I mean? But we dealt with that, where we you know, we stopped them from creating chances at the expense of us going forward. You know, it's a fine line, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's a quarter of the season gone. We've got 11 points. So, and it was a poor start, mate. It was a poor start. We were getting that off, and weren't scoring where and obviously teams had taken a 1-0 win against us and whatever. So we expected more than 11 points at this point. I believe we're going to be much better in the next part of the season. And looking, as Wes has always mentioned, there's quite a few teams in the Premiership who they are a little bit poor. So I think I'm confident we're going to be going to Bramley-Moore Dock in the Premiership.
Yeah, 100%. But the Blues again, so we were getting caught on the ball. Remember how we were getting caught on the ball and we losing? They want us to play. It's not about prioritising possession, the Blues. It's just about having a little bit more possession. You can't allow teams to come at you at home, you know, Brighton's quality, and expect to see out a 1-0 win, you know, against better teams like Man City and Newcastle and stuff like that. You get absolutely tore to bits if we allowed them possession, that much possession anyway. So it's not like we want to have 60-70% possession. We just want a bigger possession than 20%.
I think Stevie O's got a point. Is it we couldn't get the ball off him, or we just sat back and went, well, let's see what you've got?
Yeah, we allowed them to have the ball.
Yeah,
like, and we pressed them. I think there was one point where they're quite capable of bypassing the press because they're such a good footballing team. Do you know what I mean? They play out from the back, Everton push up, and then they just knock the ball around, and the press is just immaterial. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's a tough one to take after being so 1-0 up for so long, but it's not a defeat, and it's another game where we're unbeaten.
Yeah, at half time, I'm just talking stats again. At half time, we'd had 89 passes, and
they'd had 400 not
466, but we were winning 1-0.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it?
So how do you take it? You go, yeah, all right, I'll have that 89 passes because we're 1-0 up, or then you just go, nah, I want more passes. We're just talking hypothetically, aren't we, and analysing a few things and saying this is our thoughts, and obviously you're coming in with your thoughts, and that's what makes the stream so successful.
Yeah, it's like I say, stats are great if they actually mean anything. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I've always said, like, stats are, like, Sky Sports love making up stats. They mean absolutely
against
nothing.
Us. Against
yeah,
us.
but they mean absolutely nothing. I think there was one year that had Harry Kane attacking runs from their half or something stupid like that, and you're like, what difference that make? Do you remember that one where he had an assist for Son, and he got the ball on the edge of his box, passed it to Son, and Son like dribbled round about 3 players and scored, and Harry Kane got an assist for it. You know what I mean? You're like, but
they love him. They love him.
Yeah, but it's like the what's naming the stats, like it's touches in the opposition box means absolutely nothing. You could win the game from a 30-yard screamer. Yeah. What difference does it make if you're getting the odd touch in the opposition box? It means nothing.
Yeah, totally agree with you, mate. On another stat, Everton have got the most tackles so far this season with 208.
That doesn't surprise me. That doesn't surprise. But that's not a surprise. When you're gifting the opposition so much possession, you're going to be tackling more. So that's not a surprise at all.
Yeah, that was before today's game as well. So I don't know the tack. It does fascinate me, honestly. It's like not that I'm a mathematician. I just take the PISS when I see all these stats because it's like they just love it, don't they? That's why they wear the vests, isn't it? Because it monitors how many kilometres they run, what they do, what they don't do, when they've got fatigue. It just analyses everything.
The Blues, the goal stat is the only stat that matters. That's the difference.
Yeah, and that's why we're 15th, because we haven't been scoring enough goals.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've had 81 people watching us. We've currently got 72. So yeah, thank you for your loyalty in watching Follow Everton. Wes and I have done the pre-match, the post-match today, and then obviously we're not quite sure who'll be on against Crystal Palace next week. I'm sure the double act, because we're the armchair supporters. See, we've got grandchildren and dogs to walk and everything else these days. So, but I am open to get over there to Goodison in the very, very, very near future. So. So what was the first year you what was your first match? What year did you go?
Bloody hell. I think I was about 7, and my half fella took me in the main stand, absolutely hammering it down. And it was a reserve game. Everton played Man United reserves. Probably about 1979 or something, Rob. Maybe earlier.
Yeah. 68. I go back 68. Is there anyone on our stream that can go back earlier than 68? I'm sure that there are, and obviously we've got a lot of young fans to come and watch us as well on that one. So yeah, being a Blue all that time, I have seen good times, by the way. Oh, I've seen good times.
I've seen good times.
We both have, and maybe we'll do a stream one night where we tell you about the good times.
The good times. You know what though? What annoys me about it is that from where we, especially as I was growing up in the 80s, the team that we had in the 80s, and then obviously with what happens with Eisel and all that, and players left, Gary Lineker left, all the like Trevor Stephen and all that went up to Rangers and whatnot. It's like that team was dismantled, over the course of a close season, and it was such a shame because like they were so good, weren't they, Robbie?
Chris, just an hour, mate. You're having a laugh. It'll be an
You have to
hour.
read the book.
Then have a break with Pearl and Dean Presents and have a little Kayora and Chalk Ice, because I'll be back for the second hour.
Yeah. You'll have to buy his book, Chris.
Yeah, I'm going to have a couple of versions of it. I'll have the Disney version and I'll have the X-rated version. Oh yeah, which one do you want to buy?
The X-rated ones are all day, innit?
Oh, the X-rated one is like, look, I'd have to emigrate, mate. Yeah, definitely. Definitely have to emigrate. I think my flag just fell down as well, so that's crap sellotape.
We've just seen your porn stash behind the flag there.
Yeah. Oh, I thought I'd moved that before. It's all, as you can see behind, it's all inspiring words, effect, do it, come on, we can do this together. Everton should have that on their dressing room wall before they go out. Like you say, things are a lot better now.
Roland Silly here said we've beaten Burnley and Bournemouth, who were struggling to get a point. Not really. We've beaten Brentford as well.
Ronan, are you not happy? Are you not happy?
West Ham.
Yeah.
Beating Brentford and West Ham. So it's not beating just Burnley and Bournemouth, is it?
Yeah.
Come on, mate.
We're trying to be as positive as we can.
And we beat Villa as well. Chris is right. We beat Villa as well. So
yeah. So we did think today the stream was going to be maybe a little bit peed off, but we've got a point. So yeah, we always want three. I wanted 3 against Fulham when we got chunked at home and whatever. So and we never got them. So we've got to take the positives out of it. The positives are the players have stepped up. We see a lot more from them. We're creating a lot more chances, and hopefully we'll put them in the back of the net in the coming weeks.
Yeah, this we're going to gel more, and you say we've had 3 games in a week. Brighton have just had a week off, so we can't be disheartened with a 1-1. Yeah, we was at home, but we can't be disheartened with that. We've took 4 points in 3 games, and we've gone through to the quarter-final of the Carabao Cup.
Yeah,
that's not a bad week.
Wes, as we both know, you and I, mate, who are trained athletes at the highest level, you need your rest. And these players who are certainly, the players on the pitch are nowhere on the same level as Wes and I for statistics of, keeping fit, but you do need your rest. We take the piss, but
the thing is, right, Rob, is that with Dyche's lack of subs, right, this is going to come back in halfway through the season, or 30 games, 25 games into the season, and bite us on the arse, because the players are going to absolutely be out on the feet by that time.
Yeah,
because we haven't got a massive squad. We haven't got massive quality to keep rotating the squad. But then he doesn't help himself when he's playing players for 85, 90 minutes every game that need a little bit of a breather.
Yeah, just scanning through the comments there. Fair point, Barry.
I think everybody is, aren't they, Rob?
Absolutely. I can see a difference. Can you see a difference? Because
more togetherness.
Yeah. Yeah, fair point, Chris.
There's a good point by Kevin as well there. Strikers need to step up and score more, especially Goodison, but they can only feed off what they're being given, and the passing was poor today. I thought Calvert-Lewin's done his best with what he could. He's feeding off scraps, weren't he?
Yeah. Did you pick up on the atmosphere today, Wes?
Good. Like
Yeah.
when they give them something to cheer about, they got right behind them. And like I said, like we both said at the pre-match, we was expecting Brighton to have more of the ball. We didn't expect them to have as much as the ball. But when they needed to be sort of G'd up, the crowd was right behind them, trying to drag them through the game. I could see I think the crowd themselves seeing the players fading because of the amount of running back they were doing and chasing around after the ball. So they were trying to give them that little bit of extra edge to G them up, to see them through.
Here's an interesting one. All I'll say to that, the Blues, is that Everton probably outsing whenever they go away from home, they probably outsing the crowd as well. It's one of them things when you're going on a day out, isn't it? You've had a beer, or even if you haven't had a beer, you're singing your head off like constantly. There's a couple of days before you get your voice back. So, you know what I mean? I'm just sort of coming back on you on that one to say, yeah. But it wasn't a mortuary, wasn't it? It wasn't in the cemetery. There's been games like over the last 2 seasons where you think, oh, and you know what? I've not been there, but you can hear it. And obviously you talk to your buddies who've been in the game and they just went, oh, it's like a library, it's not good. But
Yeah.
I think
it was like that against Burnley, weren't it?
I think a lot of fans, because I've got buddies all over the country and whatever, and they say the same, when they go to their home fixtures, they've got season tickets for a variety of stadiums, and they go, Robbie, it's dead quiet. Is that because in Europe, they never shut up? They never shut up in Europe.
Yeah.
But here, I sometimes think people just go, do you know what? I kind of quite like the silence for a minute just to gather my thoughts and just watch the game as opposed to the shouting and the screaming. I don't know. I'm just throwing that one in the mix.
No, you're right. I didn't like. People are saying there that the atmosphere was rubbish today. I thought it was like it wasn't brilliant, but I thought they got up when they needed to get up.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely the day out scenario. The fact that we're going to kind of make an impression, and you are only 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, whatever, and you want to put on a show because you know that you're outnumbered. That's the way I see it. I haven't done 30 plus years of going to footy matches, but when you go to Europe, well, it's crazy, absolute crazy. So, my friends, coming up to 45 minutes. I think we've covered everything, haven't we? Is anything that anyone else, anything our friends out there, our followers want to mention? Lisa, that's exactly what we're saying. Do you know what? I love what you're saying, Lisa, and I'm trying to give people a little bit of slack here. And I think the negativity is the fact that because we've been playing a lot better in recent weeks with 5 wins out of 7, that we were hoping to get 3 points. And the mere fact that we only got 1, we're kind of disappointed. So that possibly brings in a little bit of negativity. I might be wrong, Lisa, but I get what you're saying. So, yeah, I think all in all, we said at the start of the game, we'd take a point. That's exactly what we got. And onwards and upwards, Everton are currently 15th with 11 points on the board. The teams below us struggled again. Did Sheffield United get a win at the end of the?
Yeah, they won 2-1. Yeah.
Yeah, their first win.
Yeah, I think you know what I think people are more like cheesed off about, Rob, is that it took them to go 1-1 for them to have a little go.
Yeah.
And I think that's the most annoying part of it, is that if they'd have played the last 5 minutes for 3/4 of that game, they could have easily won the game. And I think that's what sort of like wrangles a bit, doesn't it?
Yeah.
No point in having to go for 5 minutes once you go 1-1.
Yeah, but I mean, the beauty of our stream is, you know, we say our bit and we let our fans and our followers come in and have their comments, and then we discuss it, don't we? So, you know, at the end of the day, it's a win-win. It's great. Absolutely love doing these streams. I just think they are absolutely fantastic. When you're the diehard blue and since a little boy, and now you're an OAP with a bus pass, still talking about the passion of your football club. With nice people out there, it doesn't get any better than this, mate.
I think what it is that, you know, everybody has a difference of opinion, and everybody's opinions, you know, allowed and on this stream, regardless of, you know, what your feelings are, and we don't, you know, if you disagree with us, then we still put your comments up that you disagree with us. You know, we're not, you know, got our head in the sand and think that we're the be all and end all and know it all of Everton Football Club just because we're all elderly gentlemen.
Yeah. Established members of the community, Wes. That's what we are.
Hang on. The Blues, I'm not underestimating Brighton at all. I never underestimated them before the game. I said they were a top quality team. But I think to have 20% possession in a game, I think is a bit too much. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm not. I've never underestimated any team. So
fair point, the Blues. Yeah,
but yeah, fair point, mate.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of the stuff that comes in the comments are just absolutely spot on. So thank you all for that. Currently got 58 watching. Mate, I'm gonna go now and prepare for the family. They do come down for me, so it's my turn tonight, and I've been preparing it all day apart from the game today. So I'm just gonna go and put the finishing touches to Robbie's Come Dine With Me Tonight. It's a starter, a main course, and a dessert, and I'll tell you all about it next week.
I'm not getting down the banks here again, Robbie.
That's all right. That's okay. That's fine.
Hang on, the Blues is back again. I said we'd have beat them. I didn't say we'd have beat them easily. I said we'd have probably beat them if we'd have played for 45, 50 minutes that game the way we played the last 5 minutes. I didn't say we'd have easily beat them.
Yeah.
Come on, the Blues.
Yeah. We love the banter. It's amongst friends. It's friendly. It's enriching. It's enlightening. So, buddy, I'm going to love you to leave you if you hit the...
Please like and subscribe, everybody, if you haven't already.
We love you all, and we'll see you all next week. Up the Blues.
Come on, you Blues.